Hi and welcome to Hoxton Therapy. This is a narration of one of our articles. Psychologist in London. When hiring a psychologist in London, it's likely that you may not know exactly what to expect. Hiring someone who is going to help you evaluate your psychological profile makes a lot of sense, and can often lead hugely to positive solutions in the long term. One of the main sets of questions that you would likely to undergo in discussion with a psychologist will include such questions as: when did your problems start and how long have they lasted? When did the problems come on? Is it a constant or triggered? How often does it happen? Has this happened beforehand? Is there anything that abrogates and/or alleviates the issues for you? These kinds of questions will help you paint a more positive picture of what is to come. If you choose to do this, then you can very quickly work out how the particular problems you face affect you personally. It also helps you to better determine how these problems may have an impact on your day-to-day life and professional output, your relationships with others, and your ability to manage and control your finances. These are all common parts of the process, and will often play a very important role in making sure that you can more closely examine the issues at hand. This will also likely lead you to providing your psychologist in London with some details about yourself, your medical history, your use of alcohol and/or recreational drugs, and some other key information. The aim's to paint the right picture about where you are going, and should be a key matter in helping your psychologist make up the next step. By gathering further details about you, it becomes easier to test and manage the way that your mind operates. The end result: a happier, healthier quality of life. What does psychological assessment involve? It can be hard to know what to expect if you were to go for a psychological assessment. Naturally, it might feel a little daunting and off-putting at first. If this is the case, then we recommend that you get involved with working with your psychologist. Using proven forms of research and understanding, they can grow to better understand the problems that you face and make sure that you can better assess the issues that might hold you back from progressing. This is often used to make sure that you can use this assessment to determine the level of performance that you can produce versus the performance levels of others. This is often used to help manage and deal with the problems and are limiting your quality of life. A plan is devised that is followed to try and make sure you can overcome the limitations that stop you from achieving what you could. For this reason, the assessment is usually quite like an interview of sorts. You'll be going through a lot of different questions and queries, and it will usually be about taking a closer look at the kind of work that you do. By doing this, you are much more likely to be able to get a closer understanding of the time investment that will be expected, as well as the complexity of the challenge you need to overcome. All of this information is very important for preparing you for more challenging time ahead. With the right kind of assessment though, it's easier to put in place a clear plan of action that should see you come out the other side in a better, more positive place. Usually though, it's important to note that such an assessment is personalised to you. There is no cut and dried plan of action, nor is there any kind of path that is 100% guaranteed to help you overcome your issues. Testing is needed to help closely explore your own moods, your own experiences and your own characteristics. Once testing is complete, it does offer a greater chance to build a plan of action to help you overcome the limitations that you face. Come the end of the evaluation, a clear treatment plan will be set out for you below. How can you tell if this is the right kind of path though? Determining treatment. One issue that you need to look at and think about is determining, is this right for you personally? For one, you need to have a strong balance of a good understanding with your psychologist. If there is not a strong connection, it can be hard for you to feel like enough progress is being made through treatment. That's obviously going to limit how far you can go in treatment. So it's important to talk with your psychologist and work out if you can form a bond. To do this, you need to do this and ask questions such as, What are the times and fees for your services? How much experience do you have in solving the problems that I face? Are you a registered psychologist in London? How can you help me personally? Each question may provide a slightly abstract answer, but it should give you a fundamental understanding of where they stand and what they think would be the most applicable to the particular problems that you face. Simply by talking to them in person, you can quickly determine how happy you would be to work with them and how comfortable you would be opening up about the issues that they face. It's for this reason that many people enjoy taking part in this kind of experience. You will not only get to enjoy a much more in-depth coaching experience, but you will have that much needed and valued feeling of trust with your psychologist in London. As much as getting the right kind of treatment matters, that is only possible if you feel a good connection with your psychologist in London. So make sure you first look closely into the personal and human element, and you can find the concept of undergoing psychological assessment and engaging much easier with them. Hi, we hope you enjoyed that narration of one of our articles on our website, hoxtontherapy.com. As usual, we have our podcast which answers your question, and the name of the podcast is the Ask Hoxton Therapy Show. You can ask us questions on social media and we will answer those questions in upcoming either video content, and of course when our video content's done, our podcast content audio is done as well. So stay safe out there. It's COVID-19 at the moment. Till next time, goodbye. Never act on any advice given in these articles, videos or audios. Always seek professional help before acting on anything you read or watch or listen to on this website, or in our podcast, or on our YouTube channel, or anywhere on our social media.